Oh, hello. I know we just got off one chat. I'm gonna do a quick question and answer. A quick question and answer. So I'm gonna wait for Kev to come in because we did have a we did have a 12 day 12-hour day yesterday, and we had a interview yesterday. You know, so if y'all want to come on in the comments. I couldn't talk to you guys about it before because that was a pre-recorded a pre-recorded video, which I ain't do all that way, right? But it's a question to answer. Y'all want to talk about it, we can talk about it. You know, y'all want to if y'all got something y'all want to say where I can answer it. I ain't the typing queen. I try to stick in there as long as I could typing with you guys. You know, my girl Nick, whoop whoop. I was able to eat my food in peace. You know what I'm saying? Able to eat my food in peace without Nick blowing me up. I'm waiting for Cab to park his butt up in here. Hey, Carmela. Hey, sweetie. Like I said, we got questions and answers. We got a Q&A, a question and answer about yesterday's well today, but really yesterday's interview. I thank all of you guys that came, but you guys have to remember it wasn't an interview, number one. And number two, people took their time out. They gave us 2 hours of their time. It was a lot of jewels in there. And like I said, I didn't do y'all could do the commentary off it. I'm not gonna do the commentary off my own video because it was my interview. But if I was doing commentary on it, if I was doing commentary on it, what y'all said in that chat, it don't hold to nothing. It don't hold to nothing I could say. You understand? But they was a guest in the house. And like I said, you got 2 hours of conversation where sometimes people dip in, they dip in, they dip out. They like, whoa, I don't like how this going. I'm out. I'm out. See, mm-mm. So yeah, y'all could pitch. Y'all could get what y'all gonna get out of that. You understand what I'm saying? Do you feel they will change? I don't know. I do not know. I don't know if any of them will change. Mm. Because they was exposed to something from when they were young. Remember, they were all young walking into that. Like even like, you know, the part when well, let's get a little bit more esoteric. I don't have to prove I know anything. And if you wanted it to be about that, the floor was yours. You could have talked about esoteric stuff. You understand what I'm saying? The floor was, I opened the floor, you can say what you want. You understand what I'm saying? Don't try to figure out if I'm smart or not. Don't do it. Why do you think none? That's a good question, Darnell. Very, very good question. Um, oh, I forgot. I forgot I can highlight the can highlight the questions. I forgot I can highlight the questions now. I forgot I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. But a lot of people was expecting too much. And I'm like, what do you think you was gonna get? What did you think you was gonna get? Every question that has could be possibly asked. At least I caught in a couple of the questions. But every question that could be asked have been asked already. Did you get a straight answer then? So what was you expecting? But we got a conversation. And two, if you didn't get nothing out of them 2 hours, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Just don't come at me telling me what I should have did. Because, like I said, I'm not going. They cut that part out too. I'm not going to keep going backwards. We already been there 6.5 years ago. We've been down that road. What y'all going to do moving forward? What's going on now? What is going on now? No, but he admitted. I mean, he did admit, Darnell. You know, that they was we again things that we knew already. We knew, ain't no, we knew. Like I'm saying, y'all act like y'all ain't know. Y'all didn't know these things. What we supposed to do? Just keep discussing stuff that we know. Any so hard headed questions. No, a lot of stuff was hard hit. You just ain't hear what they were saying. It was hard headed. It was hard hit. And then Cav did his thing, and Cav got, Cav did his masculine, and I did my feminine. What's up, East Dad? Cav did his masculine, I did my feminine. You understand? And we both combined the energies the same way they combined their energies. And I guess that's okay because we got respect for each other. We have respect for one another. Like I said, I can't sit up there and bash somebody for how they want to live their life, how they're going about their life. People got their own kids that do what they want to do. And how many times you told your own kids, hey, you're making a mistake, blah, 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 and your kids still do. So imagine somebody you don't know. Remember, we only know them through social media. Imagine somebody you don't know. You got off work peeping. Oh, don't forget to peep in them likes, guys. Peep in them like. I was like, oh my God. I said I wasn't even gonna go live right now, but I forgot that I couldn't talk to you guys. I couldn't talk to you guys because it was recorded. It was recorded. So that's why I said I do a Q&A. I do a Q&A. You know? But a lot of you guys was hitting stuff on the nail. That was bam, 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 hitting stuff on the nail. But what if other things come up? And we may want to ask them more questions. They may be like, F her, shoot, we don't like how we was done. Hey, Boone D, what's up, baby? And like I said, y'all could take it. Well, two people could take this, and they, like I said, it's a lot of things that was dropped. It's just you guys had to listen for it. Now, two people is going to break it down the way it's supposed to be broken down. They're going to break it down. You know what I'm saying? You got two full hours. We got 2 hours out of this. If you didn't hear something, that's on you. But hey, Marlene, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? I was not going to sit, like I said, I had to sit up there and keep going back and forth and around, asking the same questions. You ask broad questions, they give you broad answers. You guys keep your ears open, and that's what you're supposed to have done. You know, and like I said, Kev did his damn thing, and Kev put the masculine up in there. I did the feminine. We combined the energies. Now, if this was an interview, that'd have been different. It'd have been a whole different thing if it was an interview. We would have had some questions, finance the questions, had the time right, but you gonna hit the YouTube streets. Okay. But like I said, any more you guys got any questions? Because if they if it's now that they see they can come on up, they're gonna come back. So what questions you do have, I can ask the questions and I can always hit them up. Hey, we got some questions. Would we like to do an interview this time? We got some questions. Would you like to answer some questions? You understand what I'm saying? That's how that goes. And I know for a fact, I was not going to sit here all night and hear about no credit, okay? I was not going to hear about the different ways of getting no credit. Because sometimes they got to remember we are older group of people. We sort of kind of got credit already, even though some older people don't. But one thing they got to realize, one thing they have to realize, to be a good salesman, you have to know who your audience is. Who your audience is. And I think so I'm gonna have to learn that. You're gonna have to learn to be a good salesman. You have to learn your audience, your age brackets of your audience, you know. When you were a younger, I mean, you could offer your services, tell us about your services. But a lot of us, I knew this damn cat was going to start. Ugh. He said he studied it. He said he studied it. What I'm saying is, a lot of us credit better be fixed at our age bracket. You better have your credit. Our credit and stuff is fixed. A lot of the things that they said at our age bracket, we know. We kind of know these things, you know. So a lot of things they were saying, I'm like, yeah, exactly. Bam. That's why I said people was listening. Boondy, my sister was listening. She was listening. You see, when y'all wanted that to be so prolonged, she was listening. He learned, yeah, Molly, sort of, kind of, yeah, Goddamn, girl, stop, girl, stop, and stop. Oh my goodness! Like I said, we are not going to be long. We are not going to be long. We's are not going to be long. But let me see. Any more questions and answers? Does he pay taxes for that LLC? I don't know. Ain't no 57 damn years later, Nicole. Don't start and get your feet out the ear, girl. I don't know. I don't know. Remember, they said they are building. They said they are in the womb stage. So as of now, they're getting stuff together. So see, I understand you want to talk about esoteric stuff, but you shouldn't be talking to us older folks because he said that you know he was doing things and people was taking this. My see, we could have them type of conversations now. I'd be like, whoa, 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 wasn't that smart there? Hold up. That that part also, Darnell, and I think I brought that up before. I said that before too. Well, Foon, I'm quite sure you heard me say that before. I'm quite sure you say he. I keep saying he better be careful because a lot of things that you were saying, homie, when they rewind that damn tape, that's electronical fraud, and it sounds like even though you may not be doing fraud, but for somebody that um out of nowhere is on went from we don't need no money to all about money. People are watching you and all of this. I didn't have my money, but other people had. Yes, we said that too. Phony be a real girl. We eye to eye, and I have said that to him. As a person, I'm trying to tell you, and not knowing that you gotta be careful with them using that carbonation name because baby, a lot of people was hurt when they get to suing carbonation. They coming after you. You don't know if any older person is going to sue. And once you take full responsibility for being the leader, they're coming for you. See, y'all want to talk that, oh, let's talk about the sun, moon, and the stars. No, baby. This lady talks business. I foresee stuff. I foresee stuff. And all we can do is give you a warning. I done gave you a warning a lot of times. Shoot. People got beat there, they got abused there, and everything. They can sue your ass if that happened in carbonation. See, I'm trying to tell you things that you're not thinking about that other people may be thinking about. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one really matters. Yeah. But the only problem with that, Darnell, is that happened in Mexico, and she's not not a American citizen. Now I don't know how that goes there. She's from Honduras, so I don't know how that goes there. You know, but people say people. That's why you can't be all too happy to say I'm smart. Don't be too happy to tell people how smart you is and how much the mastermind you are. I get why you're doing it because you're taking your power. You're taking your power back from Nature Boy by saying, "Hey, I'm smart too. I've always been smart too. I am intelligent." I'd be like, "No, I don't know nothing. He the smart one. Get his ass. Get him." In Mexico. In Mexico. Man, listen. Like I said, that is like I said, that's the age bracket. The age bracket that He's looking for it. Maybe he can help them. Not saying that older people don't need the help, but that's where you need to, or your marketing needs to go there, you know? Are we going to see in court? Oh, yeah. I mean, it was other things too. It yes, it was other things too because um when you got the houses and stuff, you can't tell people this is what we going to do and don't do it, you know? In the same way, they good every time things happen, they run off. Not talking about them, talking about carbonation and total. They run off. When they crashed the damn daycare center, they ran off. They still owe money for that, baby. I, Fundi, I would when it's time to go to court, I'm going to be in Georgia for that one. I am going to definitely be in Georgia, baby. Yes, I am. I already told my peeps down there I'm going to stay with you. Cause the day that man go to court, I will be there. So when y'all hear me making a talking about the case, because I don't know. First, I gotta find out if it's gonna be you can uh a open court or a closed court. If it's an open court, then I don't have to go. If it's a closed court, baby, I'm going to be there. I even got a space to stay. Darnell, let's go. Let's go, boo. Let's go. See, that's what they not understanding right now. Anything and everything they say shall and will. Anything you say shall and will be used against you in the court of the law. And when they get to that money, mm-hmm. Kev, I was waiting for you to come on up. Get your ass up here. Because I was like, I ain't gonna be long. I'm waiting for Kev to come up so we can do questions and answers. We can do questions and answers. Baby, you don't need they all the damn mold. And they all the mold. They all are the mold. They all on the mold. I know I'll be the damn mold. Shit. I will I will. It's gonna save me from wearing the damn orange suit for a crazy ass a crazy behind Cab, come up. Well, technically they can, but it would be advised that they don't, because she know where somebody's at too. See, it's going to be a thing that if they do, because right about now she's fuming. She is fuming because for the past 3 years, 3 to 3.5 years, the whole entire world knew she was in love with Solar. The whole world knew. Now, far as what happened when they finally got together, which we all said no, 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 and they did it anyway. So we don't know what made that love turn into hate. But when it comes down to going down to court, baby, we don't know what else she could say. We don't know what else she could say. And it's going to be a thing. They all sitting up there pointing the finger, pointing the finger, pointing the finger, pointing the finger. And then stupid behind Nature Nut, he still does he forget that they're recording him in jail and how he still have total control over the four blind bats. He still, even when they was staying at that damn girl house, talking shit, and then they ran off and didn't pay that girl no money, and then ran off and took her bills and stuff and ran up her bills and stuff and ran off like a thief in the night. That's all they do is do thief in the night shit. And then what you call it, end up paying for that. What's his name on Bigo?
Who you talking about, Suge?
The guy on Bigo.
Which one?
I forgot his name.
Charlie, the one that's always reporting on him. Charlie.
No, Nature Boy.
TKO Capone.
No, the other one.
Brandon Keys.
Brandon was footing the bill for them 4 bats, them battle acts, and they did that girl dirty.
He is no longer footing the bill. That's official.
Maybe not now, but I'm talking about when they were staying at that girl's house.
Yeah, but remember, he claimed to be Nature Boy's manager about 2 months ago. He was taking over his business affairs and yada, yada, yada. Well, that shit is already dead and fizzled out. I ain't going to tell you how I know. Just watch and wait. But anyway.
But like this, it was never no business. Give us a clue, shoot.
Yeah, well, because, some things are better left unsaid. But I wanted to ask you a question.
Is right, give us a clue, or right, don't say nothing.
Okay. Well,
she said no.
I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
I found out from my inside source, who is directly connected to Carbonation, that Brandon Keys and Nature Boy fell out because Nature Boy lied to Brandon, and Brandon was dumb enough to believe that he actually had a Netflix deal in negotiation. So he was fronting money in the hopes of being his manager and getting back in money. And when he found out he was lying, he didn't want to blast him because he didn't want to make himself look stupid, but he basically cut them off. That's why the girls are doing the green screen now. Because they just out there somewhere.
They in somebody car, right?
Yeah, they doing the green screen with a purple beach background. Like, girl, stop. Get your ass out of here. Looking like Miss Celie and Sophia from the Color Purple. Get your ass on.
I know. And
now, we
already knew they was not worthy enough of a next. First of all, they can't top. What's that show they got on already? Unless they do a lot of adding stuff. Make believe stuff that real coach do, that they're going to show they got on TV that talk about coach.
Which one? You talking about Leah Remini show?
Not that one. I'm talking about, everybody's been talking about it. It's a coach show.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Me neither, but people always throw the name up in here. But either way, it could there have been, and there no damn Netflix deal because it's already cult shows that's already out.
Right.
Velvet said they only had 25 people.
Okay, let me go a little bit deeper too. The deal that he claimed was a Netflix deal. See, y'all making me tell all my stuff before I was ready, but I'm gonna go and give it to y'all because y'all my people. So the deal that he lied about and said was Netflix, really, it was some low budget porn company that contacted him, and they were going to try to get footage that he hadn't put out yet on Pornhub. So that was so that was what that was all about. So
Donnell said we private.
Yeah, but so yeah. But
so you mean that uncut footage of the
yeah, and I heard it was pretty nasty too. That was some of the stuff that, again, one of the jewels, in case if you knew, you knew. If you listened, you heard. Y'all heard Solar say, "Oh, damn, man, I got some shit on my phones." He said phones.
If you get out of your pimp, put them back in. That's why I say it was a lot of jewels that was in there if you listen.
And he let you know that he was the cameraman on several key events and occurrences that happened that were filmed that are more than likely going to be a part of the case.
Netflix, not the Netflix.
Now, I wanted to ask your permission, Suge, before I said this, I because that was leading into me about the last question being cut off. I
Okay.
didn't want to
There
speak
was a
on
lot
it.
of things that was cut off.
No.
When
I
you went
mean,
on the
my very
clubhouse.
last question.
Oh, what?
And she didn't really want to elaborate, and I kind of cut it short and said, "Say less."
Oh, they didn't. They didn't play it, right?
No, they cut that off.
They cut a lot off. Guys,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but they cut. I guess because it went over 12 hours.
yeah.
They cut a lot
They cut
out.
about 15 to 18
Nah,
minutes
they
out of
cut
there, at
more
least.
off. They cut more off because even when I was like, y'all want the question, but y'all don't even want to donate. All that's gone.
It-
All that's gone.
Yeah, they cut that.
They cut a lot out.
And I'm gonna say something about Master Fundi Fee. She is such a she has such a keen awareness when it deals with any of this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Master is at the beginning, and then even we just getting into the name Fundi Fee, but that's a whole nother bill. But I just wanted to point her out because she put something in the chat. She said it's designer porn. Now, if you're in the know, these people, when they talk about in the hip hop industry, when they throw these industry parties and all these things, it's a thing that they have within that circle called, and she said it, designer porn. They get particular people that they want who you would never think would do things on camera, and it's called design. This is how deep this stuff goes. And we also know Nature Nuts background. We know his love for the entertainment industry and his slight connection to the industry, so it all makes sense. But unless you know all the puzzle pieces together, it won't seem as cohesive. But I just wanted to point that out because, I always say this, we have one of the smartest chats, if not the smartest chat that I've ever perused through when I be in other people's bushes, because you guys catch things. And when you catch things, it reminds me of things that I want to ask or I want to say. So I appreciate y'all. And that's why I be in the chat so much. And, and like Master Fundi said, she's been doing this for years. They don't want it with her. Nobody wants it with her. Nobody wants it with her. That's why they stay out of her way. She can say what she want to say and they not going to come at her because they know who she is.
Yeah, wait till you see how she break this video down tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Take it. I said, take it. But like I said, I opened it up to whereas you can break it down.
Right.
So we made sure we got 2 hours of time, and now you guys go break it down. Now, if I had to break down that video, man, oh man, what did I hear? Woo, but I'm not breaking it down. But if I was going to break that down, what y'all wrote in that chat is nothing compared to what the things I picked up. Y'all worried about the questions I didn't ask. I'm worried about the stuff y'all didn't put in the chat, because I'm like, what I hear, only person was catching on was Fundi. Y'all didn't catch it. Y'all didn't catch. I'm like,
you know what I'm liking it to?
Don't worry about me. Worry about the things you didn't hear.
You know what I'm liking it to? See, automatically, when you see certain polarizing people, you want to ask them. So if you see R. Kelly, you want to ask him, why you pee on that little girl? Certain people is just Mike Tyson, why you bite that man's ear off? So when they see these two individuals, people automatically want to go, what is this? What about the baby? What about Mama Dia? What about? But again, one, you gotta understand that when you are communicating with someone, conversing, not conversating, but conversing with someone, it's a two-way street.
Right.
Or else that is not a conversation. So you don't always, I'm gonna say it like this for the younger kind of crowd. It's like listening to a rap song. Now you might listen to the words and you might hear those same old redundant metaphors. But if you listen to Kendrick Lamar, he might say a bar that sounds very, very normal. But if you really break it down and you have an understanding about that topic, you're gonna go, damn, that was not only a double, that was a triple entendre.
Tronde. Hold
And
on.
most people, it's gonna go over their head, and that's kind of how I relate this conversation we had. I'm sorry, go ahead, Shug.
Now she said that that might be no. Wait, I heard somebody who is pretty informed say that the aura was not the same event as the revenge P that was posted. They may be no video, or they went and got it from Twitter. Sat. They went to Twitter and got the video. What are you talking about? You forgot that?
We are not getting ready.
You don't take that. They don't delete nothing. Sit down and be humble. Yes.
You have to be able to take a rap line and break it down, not just the words. You have to understand what he's meaning. So when you listen to conversations and you go, man, I heard all this shit before, but if you tune yourself out,
we ain't talking about young Pharaoh. Don't ask no questions about no young Pharaoh.
We're so programmed to be attracted to the bullshit that sometimes people will say things just in the midst of a conversation and you'll miss it because you're thinking, why in the fuck he ain't talking about this? Why they ain't ask him that? And you'll miss something. So just be aware whenever and that's just with anything and anybody, when you have a conversation and you're exchanging information with the person, the more you listen, the more you will learn. The more you will be equipped to handle yourself if you're prepared in a situation. Like something could pop up, like any situation could pop up. I'm prepared for whatever pops up. I've been on this earth long enough. I don't care what it is. I don't care if, Nature Boy could call in tomorrow. I bet you we'll have a hellified conversation.
Oh, there would be no Nature Boy.
No, I'm just saying.
Nature Boy would be here 5, 4, 3. He's going so fast. Here we going. It would be known. It would be it. I'd be like, I mean, the things that will come out of my. That's why I was like, Lord, I always said certain things I just can't do, and interviewing Nature Boy would not be none of them because it went out. There's nothing
that was the wrong. That was the wrong.
There was nothing I need to know from Nature Boy. I don't want to conversate. I don't want to hear your mouth. I just want like a motherfucker and blah 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 and you piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. and then one thing too, people have to understand. Like,
I would not type in that combo. Thank you.
Yeah, and like when they first came on, I didn't want to take up too much time, and I didn't want to, like I said to him when he first came on, I said, listen, you watched the show because you told me you watched the show, and I know you watched the show by things you said. But that being said, everything that I said as a man, I have to tell you face to face before we go in. I stand on everything that I said.
Yes, you did.
But I'm going to be respectful because my sister, you are coming up on her platform and it's not about me and how I feel. You're clear on how I feel. So it ain't no faking the funk or we not, but I'm a gentleman. I'm an older gentleman and I'm a gentleman in real life. And so I don't have to, I could yell and scream, but they do that all the time. I could talk about all they nasty ass sex life, but they've done that already ad nauseum. It's the other things we're trying to listen to. Like Suge asked a couple of pointed questions. What's the difference between the Ethereans, melanation, carbonation, and the new carbonation? And basically what I got from that was nothing, except that we're going to do it better. But that's the kind of valuable information. Yeah, that's the kind of valuable information you need to find out from people because you need to know what their intentions are. Now, like I said, also, again, I don't say anything about anybody that I won't say to them. So I'll just repeat what I already said to him. All of this credit repair, bro, you just got out of a cult 6 months ago. You got to get yourself together before you can teach somebody. And plus you guys, and you said you were at the helm of carbonation. Y'all went through at least, and I'm being conservative, at least $1 million in the last 4 to 5 years. At least y'all fuck that off and have absolutely nothing to show for it. Don't have a plot of land. Don't have a porcelain shitter to dump in. You don't have anything. So why would you come out talking about repairing credit, fixing credit, and you have no foundation as to be able to tell people, hey, I know what I'm doing? You just said you were the real leader, or you were the real chief of Carbonation. That means you actively help them fuck off over $1 million. You don't have a garden. You don't have a home that you guys can live in, that you own. You don't have a plot of land. You don't have a school. You don't have a daycare. You don't have a pantry to feed people. You haven't done anything. So those are the kind of things that I want. I don't care about that. Because you can ask them whatever, but they're going to tell you what they want you to know. So I'm not interested in, and now all that shit's been said a million times.
The whole entire thing. Oh God, it's cold. Whole entire thing was that. That's what I said. That's what a lot of people missed. This is what they missed. They missed that. They missed all the different schemes.
Go back and watch the replay, Truly. It was dope. You gotta watch it. It was so many jewels.
This is their first interview as a married couple. I'm like, y'all people just ain't happy for nothing. Shit, what? This their first interview as a married couple, and they was uniting and stuff, and they chose us to give their first interview too.
Right. And that's what people
mad for.
That's why I was trying to get people to understand too. Listen, y'all know me. Y'all that be in this chat, y'all know me. Y'all know when it come to anything about, I would be prepared for any interview. This was not an interview. This was not set up. We were talking about we was talking about True's video actually, because
Blanche called on like, hey Blanchy Pooh.
Yeah, Aaron let me know that he was watching us. And so he kind of basically used a couple of points that, and I'm not mad at him for that at all, but Aaron. he used a couple of points that Suge made, and he used a couple of points that I made.
He did Phony Feed today. Phony. Remember when we was talking about that word you said, and baby, he watch you today, Phony? If you check out his video when he was speaking upon the mental health, and you was whatever that last word you said at the end, that fancy word you used when we was talking about people getting abused and stuff and why they may not, and you was talking about the body and stuff like that. You Phony, you sis, that word you used. That old high price word, that high price word you used today. When you got towards the end, you was towards the end, and Aaron, he was watching you today, and Aaron broke exactly what you said. Down. I said, yo, Phony Feet just said this.
Yeah, but
said it this morning, which means he was up early this morning. What?
Tectonic paralysis. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's what he broke down today without using the fancy word. Okay.
He Googled it after he heard you say it, and he put it in layman's terms on his.
No, but she broke it down. No, but she broke the way she broke it down. I said he was up this morning, huh?
He didn't record it. He didn't record it, Master Phony. Yes, he did. Yes, ma'am, he did. He broke down. He broke that down in layman's terms.
Oh shit!
Because it fucked him up. He was like, this morning. He was like, tectonic paralysis. What? He Googled that shit, and then he broke that down because he know his people had never heard that because it fucked him up. But that's why I fuck with Aaron. But he actually has. I'm sorry, but. We was breaking down his video, going back to how this all happened, and people were saying like, "Y'all, what did y'all softball this interview?" And it's like, no, we were not in. I'm
not even explaining myself, because what else like I said, y'all was here for 2 hours, and I'm like, you will have to be a commentator to know how to break that down.
People thought it was an interview.
It don't even matter.
I know that just.
And at the end of the day,
but the conversation flowed.
They came with respect.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna give respect. Number one. Number two, we've been doing this for 6 damn years. What do you want me to say?
Right.
What do you want me to ask him? Okay, because you know for a fact you're not going to get the answers that the real answers you want. You ain't gonna get.
Coffee, wine, and water. If you didn't read my mind, and that's the one thing. And I see, and I be thinking I be being rude. I want to tell Velvet. I wanted to tell her so many times. Congruent does not go in every sentence, every other sentence.
I'm
like
not sure
I was telling them about them cult words and cult phrases they use, because I did tell them that y'all still talk and think culty, and that's one of those things. Everything's congruent at the end of the day, or it's just certain things they just. Every time I hear that, it's like I hear Joy say it, and it's not congruent with my life. I'm like, it just, that was one of those things. My bad. That just drives me crazy. Every time I hear them say congruent, they just misuse it so much. But again, when you're indoctrinated, all you're doing is regurgitating. And it's funny, she spoke about regurgitating. She said, oh yeah, and I notice myself regurgitating sometimes, but I have my own separate knowledge, and it's so I can, come off the dome basically. But I'm glad that she hears herself regurgitating, because I don't think Solar hears himself regurgitating as much as he thinks he is, because once he gets off of the credit, the repairing the credit, and the people that's bringing in $700,000 a month, once he gets off of that, like there's no substance there. And that's what I was trying to explain to him about going to school. He's not a dumb guy. He's a smart guy. If you really want to, and again, if you want to be outside, because you're not outside the system now, despite what you think. So as long as we're still in the system, go to school, get trained. At least you could get paid to do public speaking. At least you will get invited places, and it will be, you'll have a more steady stream of income, because I'm just here to tell you, you're not going to live off cosmic currency, and people aren't going to just give you free shit because you're a dope person and your energy is amazing. That's not real life, bro. All of that super spiritual, esoteric bullshit, that's cool. I mean, stuff you can believe in that.
It means nothing, but I mean, if you
it means nothing in real life.
Yeah, I mean, they could say, "Well, yes, you do," but then you will have, you have to be doing better than me, and then for it to be working. But I'm just saying.
I can't stand Blanche. She just came in. She already tripped. Hey, Blanche, baby. She talking about some. It's not congruent. A job is not congruent with her life.
But yeah, who is us to keep telling them how to live their life? Knock yourself out. They at the point where they want to live and learn. Well, go right ahead. Go right, because see. What they again, they fail to realize we got kids that's older than them, so we got a foresight they don't have. Don't let that fake information from Nature Boy fool you. We older than him too, and we saw the outside. We knew where his ass was going.
And that's why I try to get them to understand. Now, if we saw all of this 5 years before you did, then that means whatever he was teaching you was blinding you for 5 years. So why do you still think that's a good way to live your life, by the things that he taught you and the things he indoctrinated y'all into? That's why I don't say anything.
Certain kids who know everything, you can't ask them nothing. So you just got to sit on back. Now, if they want your guidance, you give them your guidance. Now, when you were stern to say, but what you ain't gonna do to our community, see, that's different.
Right. And that's what I was saying to him.
Listen, you come on, you spit in the girl's mouth.
Right, but hold on.
They would have to call the federal.
That's what I was getting ready to. That's what I was getting ready to tell people too. Like, and if y'all didn't catch this, of course, Natiri came out and said that he spit on her, right? So we all knew that. But when Suge asked him the question the way that she asked him, you know what I saw? Right then, his guard broke down, and he had a certain amount of respect for Suge that he told her the truth. He said, "I spit in her mouth." Ooh. I was like, "What?" And I now that was brand new. That was some shit we never heard before. But I was like, "Wow!" I thought he just spit on the girl, which is horrible enough, which is one of the worst, if not the worst thing you could do to another human being. But for him to go into detail and again, I think that's the first time that he actually admitted it publicly that, yeah, he did it. And that's when I intervened and stood in and said, listen, I don't care who teach you what. You don't have a God-given right to physically force no woman to do what you want her to do. If you still believe that, then that means you're still indoctrinated. And obviously you still believe that because, again, then he admitted physically being abusive to Zoka and to Natiri.
And which we knew already too, because
Right.
that was told already. But
Here you have a person.
But it wasn't. But
here
my
you have a
thing is
person
what
who
happened now. We already knew that, but so we got newer information. Man,
So-
if Freddie Riley would have been Kobe, that whole house would have been tore up. But
and you got a man that just
and then he said,
was physically abusive to two women by his own admission, being with a woman who was physically abused for however long. That doesn't mix. That doesn't mix. That doesn't say love story to me. That says trauma bonding to me.
yeah.
And I'm just being 100, you know, and like I said,
but
I didn't
that
feel the
wasn't
need
part
to
that got me mad. It was like I wanted her to remember or feel or something. But I basically, like, when you leave, I want you to see in your mouth. Like, I want you to remember that, like, forever. Man, you would have had some memories too.
Yeah.
You would have had some memories too.
Yeah. I and again, you can't out one side of your mouth say that I am pure love. I am pure love. And then you say, oh, she threw some soup on me, so I spit in her mouth to teach her a lesson.
That's not what he said.
No,
that's why I did not answer that question.
Yeah,
And
no, I'm just saying.
He had
I'm
her
just
by
saying
the
that.
door. Yeah, but he had her by at that point, he said he had her by the door. He was trying to get her out. And we don't know which day it was. So,
my point is,
I thought he was answering that.
You can't. No. I was saying directly because I've heard him say, I'm pure love. I'm pure love. He says that all the time. Pure love doesn't spit on people, bro. It doesn't beat up women, bro. That's just the bottom line. So that's why I kept telling him about sending a double message. I'm like, you got a lot of people that listen to you. You got a lot of people that listen to you. Now, if you misuse that, you know better than Nature Boy because you're doing exactly what Nature Boy did. You physically abusive to women. You mentally abusive to women. I don't care because here's the whole thing. I don't believe in that. Oh, I was trying to get her out the house. Here's the whole thing with a man. At the end of the day, I can say, oh, well, my wife is doing this and she can't stop me from walking out of the door. And if you really don't want to be with somebody, it's a way to be to end that relationship without choking them up. I don't care about who threw some soup or who did. I don't care about none of that. Because that ain't the only time that's happened. Because again, let's take Natiri out of the picture. He admitted that he was physically abusive to Zoka. So now what was the reason for that? And then mentally abusive by throwing her tooth away. And then not even owning up to it, in my opinion, by saying, oh, well, that was one of the most beautiful things. I tried to encourage her. No, you knew she was self-conscious about it, and you threw that motherfucker away because you knew that would make her feel like shit. Stand on it and say that until you be able to stand on shit and be. I can't respect. And I told him to his face last night, a man who beat on a woman would beat on a child, and I can't respect a man that would beat on a woman or a child. I can't trust that man. You can't expect me to rock with you and be like, oh, yeah, let's talk business. Nah, bro, your character is not intact. And you're talking about your pure love. You keep talking about love this and I'm love and people hurt. Bro, you sound just like Nature Boy. Everybody mistreated you. They stole money from you. You helped everybody get money. You're repeating the same story and you're not hearing yourself. And I'm talking to Solar directly if you listen.
That part.
I'm talking directly to you, bro. You sound just like the Nature Boy broken record, bro. Stop. That shit is not valid. You're no better than him. If you do this shit and the new Carbonate, no, it's not. It's the same old bullshit because, like I said, if you get out in the jungle and practice the 5 sciences, you're not hurting nobody. But when you out here talking about you teaching and you healing people, you can't even heal yourself. You can never heal anybody as broken as you still are because if you weren't broken, you wouldn't be talking about the shit you talking about.
And
You
then,
wouldn't be doing. You wouldn't have even gotten involved in a relationship with Natiri or with Velvet.
but none of them. And then when she said, "Well, we are doers," and I'm like, "Well, you ain't did nothing." That's why I said people don't understand. I just was like, But like I said, I'm not doing commentary on it. But you
Yeah,
got well, don't show. Okay, I understand you guys are doers. Well, after you finish doing, then you show me. Well, after you finish doing,
right. After you
not like
do something, you can
right.
talk a good game. It
I
sounds
hear you.
good,
I
but
hear you.
you've been gone 6 months. She's been gone 3 years. Ain't neither one of y'all put nothing together yet. Nothing. Not one thing. Not one thing. So, I mean, yeah, we could keep talking about it, but just in the spirit of answering questions, because this is a Q&A. Sat said, at King Kev, intense love can easily flip into intense hate. I disagree wholeheartedly 100%, because if you intensely love somebody, you can never intensely hate them. So if you hate somebody and it flips, it's because you were an obsessive person. And when that person didn't fulfill your narcissistic need to be loved, then it was easy for you to flip that switch and hate them. So
And then
I don't agree with that statement. And I'll
and
just
then
say that and
if
leave
it
that there.
does, that would have to be over a long period. I mean, you would have to done that had to been years of 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 hurt and pain. We talking about a couple of months.
And we
Right
just have
now,
to be honest.
1 minute somebody could be in love with you, the next minute you could hurt them so bad, but that takes like that you have to keep kicking that dog.
And we have to be honest
He said
about
not a
something.
hemp seed.
We have to be honest about something too. And I didn't get a chance to get into this again because that wasn't what the format was yesterday. But I also wanted to, say to him and let him know that there is no possible way that a man can be totally humiliated and emasculated in front of his woman and in front of the world over that long a period of time and be a healthy, functional man that can have a good relationship with a woman. This woman, you used to kneel to this woman. How are you? You used to kneel to her child, the one that you said now you're her father, and you also see Velvet as a daughter. That's the same thing Nature Boy said. Solar, listen to yourself. How you see your woman as like your daughter too? He said that. I'm like, wait a minute, yo. That's what Nature Boy said. And again, you used to kneel to this woman, literally, not even figured, literally kneel to her. That's another one of their words. I hate when they say literally for everything. But you used to get down on your knee and kneel to her and her child, and now you're saying you're going to be the head of that family. You think let me be quiet. I haven't said too much. I'm like Rick James. Now I said a little bit too much today. I don't know if they're ready for that.
People need to, but that's
I'm
why
speaking directly to
that's
him.
why when she was like, well, we didn't get into no Astro Child. Like, girl, let's talk about life.
Real life. Y'all been talking about charts for 5 years, and it led y'all down the road that you went.
See, you can't get mad if, like, some people know about Greek mythology, but a lot of people know that shit ain't real. A lot of people don't want to waste their brain cells on that. It doesn't make you smarter, but nobody wants to waste their brain cells on that. Now, I don't want to hear about Zeus and all of them. Like, do we know? Is it good to know? If you want to know, yes. But it doesn't make you smart. Okay. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? People care about other things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Miss Leo, I caught that too. I'm sorry, Suge. I caught that too when he said he's like her dad. Again, the same thing that was weird to me. That was strange to me to say something like that about a person that you're romantically involved with. I don't want
afterwards. Yeah. We broke this down literally. Literally afterwards.
Hey,
but we didn't have like that's why I said, let's do a question and answer Because I was like, the first person to come for me, don't come for my skills. Listen, we gave listen, we
We
gave
know
you
what we're
something.
doing up here.
But besides that, we gave you something that you wasn't nobody gonna get yet. You got it. You
Right.
welcome. Now, if you know how to do commentary and you know how to hear exactly what we heard a lot, y'all, if y'all missed it, it ain't my fault. Don't come saying, well, it's just gonna stay buffered or it's gonna get deeper. Are they deep people?
Yeah.
How you expect to get deep with non-deep people? They on esoteric realm. Remember, they not on our dimension. So how deep you want to go? They going. We talking about going deep means going down. They up there somewhere.
Yep. I heard that too.
They
I didn't
on.
get to pick
They
my
on.
wife.
They in dimension 5 or 6 or 7. You know.
And the thing is, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is you have to you know, we can all talk all day long. What have you done for me lately? And when I hear people say, I help people all the time, I give, and Suge asked, break that down. And I want to know if you're
Explain
giving,
that. It was like, oh shit, she
if you're
said that.
giving to people and you're helping the people and you're helping people, show us that too. Because we see people helping you. And matter of fact, and this is to Velvet, we see people helping you and we see you flaunting it. And then we also see you be very indignant toward the people who give to you after it seems that you've exhausted their resources and you no longer want to be bothered. But when people say that to you, you get defensive. That's a Nature Boy tactic. Nature Boy did the same thing. He would beg shamelessly and then talk about the people who donated to him. The people who are donating to you, they have Babylon jobs. They are not creating cosmic currency and Cash App and cosmic currency to you. They're going to those Babylon jobs. Stop telling people things that are not practical in real life. You can't live outside the system. So stop telling other people to do it. Because if you could, you wouldn't receive assistance in any form or fashion. You would not be living in or renting someone's apartment. You would be living out in nature. And we can keep making excuses. Well, I got to do. No, if you were really about what you said, you would be doing what you say you're about. If you're about horticulture, how come you haven't built a garden to feed your family with?
She live in a building. But go ahead.
But no, she said
Yeah,
last night, y'all know I'm into horticulture. Show me a garden. Master Fundi has a gorgeous garden of a gang of stuff. She wasn't saying, oh, but that's just who she is. She was doing a live I happened to watch, and I don't even remember the live.
Probably this one because I showed it on here.
Okay, yeah, exactly. You're right, Suge. You're exactly right. But that's what I'm saying. She doesn't have to. You see what she's about. You know what she's about by the things around her in her life. She doesn't have to put it up to show it off. But I'm saying, if you're saying you're into horticulture like that, then you should, and you're into eating alkaline diet, eating organically, stop taking people's donations and going out to some fancy restaurant and sitting on live eating in a gourmet restaurant by your own admission. And instead of saying, hey, the donation you guys sent me, I went and bought 5 pounds of seed, 20-pound bag of fertilizer. Here's my garden. I'm starting off. I'm gonna show y'all an update every week so y'all can see. And when and cook a meal with those are the kind of things that people want to see, that people will encourage. But you're doing the same thing Nature Boy did. You're selling a product. And nobody is interested in buying a product from you.
Selling a placebo.
Exactly.
They're selling a blueprint without the building. You know I'm saying? Like this is going to heal you, but it's really that sugar. But like I said, a lot of things. Like I said, I get that they want to be up on our level and stuff. I get that's why I said, listen, I ain't gonna be sitting dog with no kids now. That's another thing. I ain't going back and forth with no kid. Y'all could.
My kids are older. My youngest child is older than them. So you
Exactly.
know what I mean? So it's all, and not to say that young people don't have anything valuable to say, but when you're talking about
It ain't
finances,
got
you
nothing
can't
to
even
do
tell me that.
about being not the part of being vibe. I'm talking about knowing that, you know, from where y'all just came from. And I knowing that y'all is already y'all stay at 10, just waiting to see. Somebody, I'm not I'm not gonna be disrespected by no young kid. I'm not going back and forth with none of these young kids. So we're gonna talk like adults, but
Right.
I'm not gonna do it. Y'all
And
good.
and
Y'all good.
answering truly Lace, no, I didn't ask about the alkaline diet for two reasons. One, I know that they don't eat an alkaline diet because I've seen them eating online. And I know for a fact that they're not eating an alkaline diet. That sounds good when you're trying to sell an image to people.
But if they did, that wasn't a question to ask.
Yeah, and I wasn't because
The question I really wanted to ask, but what happened was from the time that he was talking, everybody's long-winded. I had to keep cutting in. But my main thing was I wanted to focus more on donations that she got. When I wanted her to explain, you know, when she said that people was talking about the donations, and then she was like, well, y'all didn't want to give them to me and y'all shouldn't. That's what but I guess at that point in time, I didn't even know that we was on there for 2 hours. So
yeah,
at that point, we all was kind of, and then not to mind you, that's 2 hours on top of 10
we
hours
had
that
been
we
on
was
10
already
hours
on. We was already
already.
on 10 hours. So at this point, I'm like, damn, I'm tired. Damn, I got stuff to do in the morning. And I've been on since the morning. So certain questions we wasn't even thinking of it because we didn't even see it coming. So
Right.
we got out, you know, he did his thing, and I just wanted to mainly know about the tooth. I got my answer, and I wanted to know about that spitting, and I got that answer. And I wanted to know about that land that Phoenix had, and I wanted to go back and say, were they are they still in contact with Phoenix, where Phoenix will probably do that with them
Mm-hmm.
to see
And
that they really wanted to do the hawk culture and all this other stuff. So it was other things I wanted to get into, but everybody's so long-winded. They don't know how to like to answer a question, ask a question, or answer a question. Everybody has a book. You know, people don't understand when you're interviewing or even doing combos, you want to get the most stuff in as possible. But when everybody's long-winded, it just
right.
and then at this point, it's like 12 hours. I'm like, and I was like, thank goodness for them badass grandkids I got, even my little fur baby grandkids that was bothering me the whole damn time. Kept me up.
Like I said, we was 10 hours in and they popped in the chat, but you know, again, that's because in this chat we talk about a lot of
What is
different
he
things,
crying?
and truly you're
Why
110%
is he
correct.
crying?
You're
What's
110%
the matter?
correct. It goes right back to that
Do
whole,
it.
but see, people don't want to hear that. People don't want to, they don't want to, oh my, Dr. Sebi. But listen, it is what it is. It just is what it is, what it
Speaking
is.
of them kids, I heard my
And we
cat
have to start
crying.
being honest. We have to start being honest with each other about, and that's why I said, anything, like I said, all of the things that I'm saying, you know, it's, I don't backpedal on anything because I don't speak unless I know what I'm speaking about. And it's just certain shit I feel a way about. And, you know, like I said, all of that scheming and
And that's
scamming and hustling.
another reason why a lot of questions wasn't asked Martin, just because of that, because me and Kev wasn't playing that game either.
Yeah. I don't want to
Because
go round and
that
round.
would have just
And
yeah,
I know you're not
that
gonna
would have
answer me. Yeah, I don't
right.
want to do that. That irritates me. That'll make me go off. That,
Yeah.
so I don't even, that's why, you
Uh-huh.
know, I just stayed on mute because I don't like to be bullshit. And like I said, when we did address each other directly, it was very respectful. And I
Yeah.
think and I respected him because he was respectful. But like I said, I let it be known that I feel how I feel. And I said what I said about you. And I stand on that shit because I mean what I said. But at the same time, I think he heard the sincerity in what I was saying to him. It's not a personal thing. It's the things that you're doing that's affecting our community, these young people, these people that y'all are responsible for raising. And if you're not doing the shit right, you're going to destroy other people's lives, just like Nature Boy damn near did y'all life. So you can't do that. And we gotta speak on that shit. As a man, I'ma always speak on it. Ain't nobody ever gonna be able to tell me, oh, this ain't your business, because that ain't your kid. If that's a little black child and they in trouble or somebody's trying to harm them, that's my business. I don't care if I've never seen that child a day in my life.
Well,
You're not gonna do nothing.
Business, right? And the donors kids, right? When you donating and people sending stuff, I never said that. And people say, hey, sending this for you, sending that for you. You ain't never no, don't kids.
You going in and out, Suge.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can't misuse people's kind hearts and their goodness and they genuine them genuinely trying to help and support you because they think that you're trying to do something positive. You can't, if you misuse that, like I said, you know better than Nature Boy, because that's all that Nature Boy did. He preyed on y'all, and then y'all turning around and preying on other people, but you think because you're not beating them and holding them captive in one location like he did y'all, that y'all not doing the same thing. Y'all doing the exact same thing. You're mind fucking people, and you're taking people's the attraction that people have to living in nature and huh? My bad, y'all. Anyway, my bad, y'all. I had to get my background together. But yeah, no, I was just like I said, him and I, like I said, the conversation and the interaction that we had, it wasn't about an interview, because I don't feel like anything that I really would have asked that I wanted to know or that the chat wanted to know, he wasn't going to answer directly. So why get into that game and go back and forth and end up being mad and frustrated, saying, damn, they came up here and sat up here and talked around in circles for 2 hours. So my point to him was just to say that, listen, what you doing is not new. We're old enough. We've seen this shit 100 times, not just from Nature Boy. We've seen this shit before, and and we not gonna just sit back and watch y'all do the same thing Nature Boy did. That's crazy to me. I don't know. To me, it's like this. If I was being held captive by somebody and I was being beaten and abused by somebody, I'm not gonna then turn around and reopen that prison camp where I was held and said, well, we're gonna reopen it, but we're gonna run it the right way. You can't run a cult the right way. There's no such thing. That's an oxymoron. So, and it's the same repeated hustle. Like you said, Darnell, Polite ran the same credit scam.
See, the thing is, with these kids, you can't tell them what they can't do. They're going to have to find out. Because every time you say the word, you can't, they go, yes, I can. Okay. Now, we can suggest, but, if they figure, the morals and the principles, and they want to bring that back, or if they're doing it on spike, we don't listen. We don't know where all this coming from, because we already know it's not going to work. but they may just show us. I don't know. I don't see it because, like I said in future videos, because Nature Boy had a lot of more time for preparation. Nature Boy knew what he was going to do soon as once he left Maisha and his ass was in Ohio. Matter of fact, he probably fantasized about this all his life.
No doubt.
Right. And then he had more time to set out. Okay, this is how I'm gonna do it first. I'm gonna set out by myself first. So let the people see me out there by myself first. See, y'all still at home. Nature Boy already, he knew to set out first. He had way more preparation for this scheme, and then he knew, let me add on people, let me,
Right.
what I'm saying? He was already getting money from people on Facebook or whatever by telling his dreams to them. And you might as well say they sponsored that. He ain't had
Right.
no money.
Right.
So he already had had a set of followers. And that's how you guys got to know him, through Facebook. So, and then that's what crossed over. So you cannot try to play somebody else's game, but that's his game.
Right.
That's
She's
his
she's
hustle.
basically saying we're gonna play his game better than he did.
Right, and
Because
his hustle. No.
I want to dispel this part of the rumor too. They all say we were attracted to the knowledge and the thought of being able to live in nature. Okay, cool. I give you the benefit of the doubt and say that was your initial attraction, which I don't believe is 100% true. I believe it's partially true. It was other things, but we'll get into that. But if that was your original intention, soon after you got there, you realized that wasn't what it was. So then why did you stay 3, 4 more, 5 years? And don't say because you thought it was going to change, because Nature Boy was a dictator. It was his way or the highway, and you knew that. So how did you think anything was going to change once you saw what it really was?
Well, I knew that it wasn't their intentions, because, like, if it was somebody's attention, they'd have been like, well, I was always type of person. You know how if you know how you got them people, you could tell they really about nature. Like, God forbid you throw something on the floor, you got them type of them. Oh my God, you picked up off the floor, you throwing a bottle on the floor. The ones that's always thinking about recycling.
Exactly. You know a person like that.
When you hear certain things about Mother Earth, not the nature that they're talking about, because it's the whole entire Mother Earth.
Right.
These waters connect. Don't think this water better than it connects. Right. And so if you would have heard him say something like, I was always into recycling and I made sure the plastic went here.
Right.
You would have, like, when you hear certain things like that, they would tell you, certain things would tell you, I'm about nature. It's not all about the food.
Right. But even
Mother Earth, I'm saying, if you
think
about nature, you're gonna be talking about, the problems like the mercury that's in the fish, and
it's just
don't be throwing stuff in the I hear a lot. That's when people who's really, when you're into environmental type of stuff, and you caring about environmental type of things, and you're always trying to stop that, and you've been in the meetings, or you like, I hate when people throwing stuff in the sand or throwing stuff in, because that's when people about planet Earth.
Right. And my thing too,
because you ain't worried about none of them plastic bottles that's adding up, right? You remember, everything goes down into a sewer, and everything is being that's why they give us, they give you them little them new straws that we got now. It's not plastic no more. So you gotta drink your soda like really quick, or that piece of thin ass wood gonna bend up in your shit.
It's crazy. But again, what person do you know that eats healthy? Not just eats healthy, eats a strictly alkaline vegan diet. How many places is it in whatever town in Ohio that she's in do you think she can go and eat alkaline vegan food every day?
Well, she makes it.
When?
She makes, she shows you. She makes
it. I don't watch her, so I don't.
Right,
Every
she
time
makes
I
it.
see her, she's been out at a restaurant.
No, she got that little blender up, and she.
Well, everybody's got a blender. Like I said,
I'm
that don't
saying
make
you
a
see.
vegan.
I'm saying she watch. She shows her making it.
A lot of that stuff is props, though, and I get it. But I'm just
I
saying,
mean, whatever,
yeah,
whatever.
it's just that's what I'm saying. It's all part of the. It just looks like it's all part of the rules because, like you said, you know a person who's about the environment. You know a person who's about health because even a healthy person wouldn't live the way they lived. You know, if you really think about, you know, the way they were eating, like we eating once a day. Where have you ever learned in your life that eating beans once a day was healthy for you? Like when, where? They went from the B6 diet to then they were vegans, then they was eating chicken wings by the time they got to Atlanta, smoking weed, popping pills.
And
It's like,
then my man said, "Yo, they went to go steal peanuts." God damn.
hey, they was in
I
there
said
boosting out of Walmart. They
they
stealing
peanuts. I
peanuts and
said that
pistachios.
was they snack peanuts.
Yeah,
I'm like, mother. And then that's when I told you when that big on money started coming in,
yeah.
and then they was every time you turn around, they was on a different island, and it
But
was
you got to realize,
eating up that food. He abused. But see, I think that he did that because he knew he was going to jail. If I'm gonna go to jail, I'm going all out.
he was living it up. That's why he
I'm
was
living it
doing
up.
it.
He was doing it because, like, listen, I'm the one gonna be in jail. So, you guys do y'all thing the way y'all going. That's probably why they doing it the way they doing it. Because like
Of
they probably
course,
figure, shit, if I'm gonna go to jail, I'm gonna be having most of this damn money.
of
Well,
course.
then y'all do y'all ish the way y'all need to do it before y'all go to jail. No, I'm not
Right,
gonna share because I'm being so at least I can sit back in jail and be like, y'all was living a life, man. Yo, it's all on video. Look at me in
right,
Puerto Rico. Then I took a
right.
plane from there and then went there. Then we went skiing. Look, I had all my wives. Look, these are all my wives. He telling them stories out there up there in jail. So if he ain't got nothing else, he got very good memories. Because everything the man set out to do, he has done it, and he knew the end price of that would be jail.
Right.
He
Right.
knew that's why he was going. I'm not talking about the splitting and stuff like that.
Right.
He didn't think he was going. No, he knew he was going to jail. That's why he kept going too far.
Well,
That's why he kept going too far. That's why he was spending the money the way he was spending the money because he was not getting them donations from them bigger corporations like the Divine guy did.
yeah.
When he
Yeah.
realized that we could say we want about Young Farrell, but Young Farrell done tracked down Mr. Brown and that other guy, and he had people go over there and blow his ass up. So they stopped supporting Nature Nut. So
Yeah.
so the people who got that real big money stopped supporting him. Now,
Right.
people who had the little money that we didn't see, he was extorting them. But
Right.
he
Right.
thought that he was going to be like the God Divine. That was
Well,
his name?
Father Divine.
Father Divine. But he was calling
Yeah.
himself God too. He
Yeah.
thought that he was going to just be able to say something, oh, I want that block. And
He
then
took
bam, he got it. I want that house.
he took so much stuff from Father Divine's
And
playbook and a lot of other cult leaders, but
it didn't
it,
work for him neither.
it didn't work exactly. And that's why I said there's no right way to run a cult. It's no such thing. And what's up, lovely Angel M? I just saw you come in the building.
I didn't
And
see
Miss
you yet. I
007.
see Miss Double.
What's up? But yeah, I think I see you said he didn't think that he was going to jail. They don't think that far ahead. Well, I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with you, lovely, because Nature Boy started doing a lot of the things that he was doing because once he realized how much shit he had on video and then when the heat started coming down on him, especially when he came back to the States, he knew he was going to jail. He started trying to create the insanity defense by saying he's God and doing all this crazy, having all them Dr. Bishop skits. They're gonna say, look, he's schizophrenic. He spent part of his youth in a reformatory and
They're talking about he had
adopted.
damn cat. And
adopted
putting on
out.
them long nails and shit. Remember, we started wearing the nails.
So that was all to me. And I'm again, we'll see it play out as all this eventually, winds out into a trial. But all of that was a setup to be part of his insanity defense. You got to remember too, he should have been in jail already twice. Remember what he did to Maisha, and Maisha went to the judge and begged the judge and cried in court for them not to lock Nature Boy up, because Nature Boy would have been gone for 10 years. So none of this stuff right here, some minimum 10, none of this that's happened in the last.
And that still don't sound right to me, because I seen a lot of women write a letter. I didn't never seen where, once the cops seen it.
Right. But
right?
no, they definitely did. They took the picture of her face, but you got to remember that was over 10 years ago. So it was different. If that woman went to court, because I know personally, a lot of women had went to court after they called the police. The man got arrested, got charged with domestic violence. She came and said it was a misunderstanding, blah, blah, blah. And the court just said, we wash our hands with it. That was a lover's quarrel. That's what happened with them. And you remember Maisha admitted that. She said, I wish I would have never did that. Carbonation would have never existed because he would have been in jail then.
I know once the cop decided to take she didn't press charges. The cop did, because she said when the cop turned around and seen her face. Now the cop, and then to turn around and say that she provoked it, and it was like, okay, how do you provoke? No, that shit still don't sound right to me.
But that's how the court was back in the day.
I don't know I wonder what was in that letter, because she had to really said she did something to make her.
She did. She said she provoked him. She said that he's a really good guy. She talked about she didn't want to take her father's kids out of his son's life. She felt it would be better.
She threw hot water on him. I'm saying she would have had to say she really did. She would have had, but it had to be physical against physical.
Wait a minute. Sugar. Think about how many men in the 80s and 90s would beat a woman up, get taken to jail, and never get prosecuted for it.
Yeah, but this the 2000s.
I understand, but even in 2000, you got to remember this is 2022. Finna be 20. In 2000, 2001, 2003, the laws were not the same as they are now.
I'm saying that could be true.
But so when a woman went in,
I still think that she must have said maybe she bit him.
I don't care what she said. The point being, you got to understand, the point being, no matter what she said, that is what I'm trying to emphasize to women. 90% of the time that you have men who are abusive, men who are violent, men who end up ultimately taking the life of a woman, some other woman has gotten them out of another situation where they should have been locked up.
That part is true.
And I'm just keeping it. And that's all I'm saying. She, and again, just like the same thing we said about Velvet, when she left, the reason that people were mad, because we knew then that if she would have told a smidgen of the shit she knew, she could have got Nature Boy locked up 3 years before Natiri did. So again, we go back to, it ain't no man running to his rescue. It's women who are saving Nature Boy. When Nature Boy ain't got nowhere to stay, and his gay lovers, because he got all these people, his gay lovers can't help him. Where do we go? Mama Cookie's house. He go to the other lady where that Velvet dropped the baby off. Mama Wanda. It's always a woman where he lands. Every time when he came back to the States. Guess who got the Airbnb for him? Maisha. Remember, she popped up on camera. She was in the house with him. They was just kicking and having a good old time, barbecuing and shit. She's sitting up with the wives. The wives, the other girls are braiding her son's hair like he's the king, and they can't call their kids. So again, if she act like she ain't got nothing to do with it, but what type of woman would set up and have her child around Nature Boy, knowing what he did to her and knowing what he does to other people? And then on top of that, you're participating, you're helping them, you're a part of it. It's like, I'm just like, it blows my mind. And then when you say something to a woman, it's like you can't say nothing to a woman because now you victim shaming. Well, we need to if that's victim shaming, we need to do more victim shaming, because I believe it's called accountability, and we need to stand on some shit. Wait a minute. Not only is it bad enough, because I would tell Maisha if I ever talked to her, it's bad enough that you got him off and lied and said whatever you said to get him out of that 10-year prison sentence. Now you sitting around at the house knowing that he's abusing these people currently. But you know why she ain't gonna say nothing? Because she was getting a piece of that Bigo money. She was getting a piece of them donations that was coming in. And for whatever other reason, she thinks that it's okay to, when they came back to Atlanta and they was in a club and he had on that old played out 2001 blue jean outfit and was looking all awkward in the club. That was Maisha's cousin's club. So they're still family. They still doing, it's a whole lot. I'm just saying, man, we gotta really call a lot of shit for what it is and stop tiptoeing around everything. I don't know when we've all become so bitch made that we can't say nothing to each other because it's either you're this phobic or you're that phobic or you're shaming people, or some shit is just right and some shit is just wrong. And if we don't know the difference, if that line has become so blurred that crazy shit is normalized, y'all can have this shit. I'm gonna fade back because I know I'm gonna take care of me and mine, but I actually do still care about my community. So that's the only reason I get pissed about this and even really give a fuck, because I don't care about none of these people in these cults. I told them, if you want to live by it, knock yourself out. But don't get out here lying to people and doing the same exact shit Nature Boy was doing and trying to dress it up with y'all pretty smiles and y'all new revamped attitudes. That don't sit right.
Oh, is Miss Leo still in here?
I saw Miss Leo a little bit ago. She might not be in here though. It was a little
Miss
while
Leo,
ago.
don't forget she still has her she still is doing her raffle. She's doing her raffle. Tomorrow is the last day for the raffle. Today, but tomorrow is the last day for the raffle. So I was gonna tell her drop a cash app in, or we could do that in the morning. We could do that in the morning. Now, oh, I meant to say too on the video, right? What True was talking about, Aaron was talking about, when he was talking about what happened with Twitch or whatever. So, see, people don't do their homework. Oh yeah, you just drop your cash app in, drop your cash app in, drop your cash app in. And then I'll go to your thing. And he was about what happened with Twitch, and then the next thing you know, Romeo went after his pops. It took him all these years. He finally went after his pops, right? But people didn't catch on to what he did. Because y'all people, that's why I say people gonna see what they want to see, or whatever knowledge they lack, they're gonna do too much talking and didn't realize what he did. So then he says, he was speaking upon, okay, you could put out a video of somebody you don't know who died of mental illness but wasn't there for your own children with mental illness. Then he put the video with Snoop Dogg dancing with Twitch. And then it was posted by Master P. But when people didn't catch on, he was killing two birds at one time. Because Snoop Dogg wasn't there for his daughter neither. And she almost killed herself. People didn't catch that part. They just thought that he was talking about his father. He was talking about both of them.
Right.
Snoop Dogg up there dancing, even though he's there for his daughter. But did you see the video? Did you ever see the video I put on with the daughter?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh my God. It's gonna make you cry.
Yeah.
And the girl, she almost wasn't here. It wasn't for somebody kept calling the phone and aggravated her, and she was taking them pills, baby. I'll play that another day. I did that a while back. So he was killing too, but he was like Snoop Dogg wasn't there. He out there doing out there with everybody else, while his own daughter almost took her life, and then his sister ended up passing away from that. But I'm gonna put this up. So if anybody, and don't forget Fundi, if you would like Sunday, if you would like to come in on my other channel where we talk strictly about products and people selling things, that's like our entrepreneur channel. So if you don't mind, to come talking about your business. Okay. I'm coming, Miss Leah. I'm coming. But I think it's gonna be like 3 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock. It all depends because my old lady naps. I can't keep ahead of that. Okay, I'm gonna show you first the raffle. It's a $5 one ticket is $5. If you get a $10 raffle, it's $3. If you get a $20 raffle, it's going to be 6 tickets, right? And these are the things you can win. Tomorrow is the 17th. Let's go. Okay. First place, you get a blanket with 14. I want that one. Or you get a pillow pier and a tumbler. And you got to remind yourself, this is like right here alone is over $100. $5 can win you this. And you put in your own pictures there. You put in your own pictures in the tumbler, the pillows, and that. That's first prize. And remember, if she doesn't make something out of it, we're going to extend it to Christmas or New Year's. That's first prize. Second prize, you have a choice of a gold or silver pendant, a circle pendant or one with the wings. You can put anybody in the necklace. It doesn't change colors on you. She gets the good stuff. It's not going to change colors on you, right? In third place, you win a nice mug set. It includes a honey stir, a 6-pack of tea bags, and a tea diffuser. Black Girl Magic, baby. So, like I said, am I sharing this? Can y'all see this? Or am I talking to myself? Oh, now he gotta go to bed. We all going to bed now.
Yeah, I gotta get my butt up in the morning. Y'all had me up all last night, man. I was so hyped.
But y'all, like I said, at least we know people could be comfortable and they don't mind coming on. That was our main objective. We didn't want to scratch the eyeballs out.
Yeah, conversation is never wasted. Conversation is never ever wasted.
So again, Kev, I'm going to go to bed too. I just wanted to put this up there because I forgot today. It's the 16th. Tomorrow is the 17th. So put your little $5 in.
Y'all, please patronize Miss Leo. She has great quality products. She's strictly professional. She's about her business. She gets the product to you quick. She gets your pre-approval before she finally finished. She'll send emails. Hey, how does this look? This is what you want to change anything. Boom, gets it right to you. So please patronize her, man, because we got is each other for real. So if we don't buy from each other, we're not gonna have any black businesses. So please support her because she makes good quality jewelry and mugs and anything. So much, all kinds of stuff. She just has great products.
Yeah, but Sunday, we'll talk about the rest of the products. But remember, we need to make a certain amount before she gets these raffles out. This is the Cash App that you will send it to. And then she's going to do the drawing on Instagram, where she's going to put it in whatever she put it in. Hopefully my name come up because I'm in there. I'm in there. And you'll see who won. And then you'll shoot her the digits and she'll get you your stuff. But she wants you to have it before Christmas. So, hey, that's better than buying it. The raffle ain't bad. Raffle ain't bad. Go get your stuff in there. But anyway, we have finished our questions and answers. Hopefully, we answered you guys' questions, containing yesterday and how it came to be, and why did it go like that. So me and Kevin ain't trying to hear nobody on nobody thing coming for us. Y'all do things the way y'all do it on y'all page, and we do it the way we do it here. Now, y'all can take it and do whatever y'all want to do with it. Just don't come after us. Just break it down. Don't worry about why we didn't do A, B, and C, and D. We trying to grow. And we want people to know it's a safe space here. If you don't get disrespectful, we can sit back and talk like men and women. And if people see that we can talk like men and women, and they can physically see that by watching that video, that other people will, okay, I don't mind. You want to talk like Monica Lewinsky. Bye, girl.
I was going to say, Miss White, if you don't leave Monica Lewinsky alone, she ain't got nothing to do.
That means good night. That means good night for all of us. So, guys, I don't know. I got to go out tomorrow, but I'll be back early. But I don't like starting early no more, because every time I start early, it's still end up at this time. We can't win, Kev. But anyway.
I'm gonna be checking at work about 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you do, I'll be up there.
My partner in crime. Thank you so much. You know how much I appreciate you, bro. You know I can't do nothing. A lot of stuff will not be done without you. I appreciate the heck out of you. And then I want you to extend your thing and put your Cash App there, so if people like to bless you, I wouldn't mind if they bless you too. Where your name is at.
I don't even have no Cash App.
You do got a Cash App. Damn it. Don't play with me.
I'm gonna refer all my Cash Apps to Sugar Love, because I appreciate what you do for us.
Nah.
Straight up. I appreciate everything you do for us.
$2 too. Damn it.
Shit, it's all good.
That man work hard.
Chat, I love y'all for real, man.
Yeah, because
I appreciate
told us good night by telling us talk like Monica Lewinsky. I guess that means good night. Everybody go to bed.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Peace, chat. Suge, right, I'll see you tomorrow, babe. All right. Bro.
And don't forget, guys, if you got a book or a business, or if you have a channel and you want to represent your channel because you want to grow with your channel, you better head on over to Sugar Babes, because that's the day we set to do it. And it's all about that. That is none of this talk. It's strictly business. Strictly business. And I am out of here. Good night, my truly baby, my photogenic, my Sat, my Miss Ride, my Miss Leo, my purple baby, purple lava, Miss Doubles, my Bush babies, my coffee wine. If I forgot you, my sister Foonie Fee, Annie, Lovely, Dornell. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But I got to go to bed. Like, comment, and subscribe. Well, good night.